Hey sailors, welcome to the crew. I'm Sailor Agenda, and this is my Let's Play of Rule of Waves 3 as Great Britain. It's March of 1932. We've been at war with the United States for 2 years. We are allied with Austria-Hungary, who are at war with our side. The US has very high tensions with Spain and Japan. In general, we have a superior battle line to the USA for the moment, but inferior battlecruiser force. We about match them in carriers. They have 3 to our 2, but I'm not too worried about that. 53, but I mean, they have 159 aircraft. We have 120. Okay. We are superior in light cruisers, slightly, and inferior in destroyers, but superior in heavy cruisers. The problem is that we have about a year. In another year, they're going to start delivering these 40 and 50,000 ton battleship and battlecruiser monstrosities, and we're going to have to settle for a status quo peace at that point. We are, however, technically winning despite heavy losses that we've sustained during this war. We are once again invading Panama, although they've shifted their whole fleet there, but that's probably just my excuse to invade Maine, except actually we've shifted a force over to Southeast Asia, and we're going to try to grab Hainan. Where's the rest of this force? There was more. I dispatched a whole fleet. Is it these guys? I guess not a whole fleet, but I dispatched a bunch of light cruisers that are making their way through the Mediterranean, yes. So we're going to try and keep them as distracted as possible. We're going to try to keep their fleet running around. We are about to complete the design studies for our big new capital ships. We're building 4 heavy cruisers, 2 carriers, and I don't know, like 12 destroyers currently. I think that's to replace, maybe it's 15, because we're trying to replace our war losses. It's 14, apparently. That's random. Maybe that was our war losses at the time I laid them down. The heavy cruisers and destroyers are both to replace war losses. So that's where we're at. Now we just need to win this damned war. Really, where are the enemy forces? Did they go running off to Hainan? That would be hysterical, honestly. Ah, no. Some battleships and supporting forces expected. Well, we'll risk engaging a little. I'm not going to do that, though. Anything we can do to take Panama. I mean, that's the blow to win the war, really. All we have is the battlecruisers Inconstant and Inflexible, which are pretty ancient at this point. They haven't aged as badly as they would have because of the treaty system, but in another year or two, when non-treaty ships start coming out of dry dock, they're going to be absolutely hopeless. Even as it is, there are much better battlecruisers out there. But they're what I've got to spare for the Caribbean. What did we just spot? Nothing large. Let's get up to speed, but that looks like a destroyer or a coastal patrol ship or something. Nope, it's not even, it's just a merchant. That might be a destroyer behind it. No, it's a patrol boat. Figured, because it's too slow. Let's take care of that as well. Okay, no more patrol boat. We only have 2 destroyers, HMS Tartar and Boyne. Oh, sure, go pick up survivors. Enemy aircraft. They're airships, I'm not too worried. Well, if our destroyer gets sunk by a Zeppelin, that's kind of on the destroyer, really. Okay, that's a combat vessel at least, I think. Nope, nope, it's just a very fast transport. Ah, there's their fleet. 9 Zeppelin strike. Still not worried about it. I see a lot of cruisers, well, mostly destroyers in there, honestly. And they seem to be running deeper into port. So we're going to pretty much focus on killing this bombardment target and then get out of here. Although the shocking lack of hits will certainly slow that process down. Nope, and there's a big coastal battery up ahead of us. How heavy are we talking? It won't tell me. Looks like it's shooting at us, but... well, we're going to plaster that a lot more effectively than we plastered the original ground target. Ah, it's a 10-inch coastal battery. Well, it doesn't seem to be winning. I guess we'd better kill it before we target the target, though. It's all destroyers and small cruisers hiding in there. No. You know what? I need the destroyers to stick with me because the enemy destroyers are too close by now. Oh boy. This is the problem with bombardment, huh? Okay, that battery's down. Can we now kill the bombardment target, please? Okay, that was good. That was some good shooting. It's on fire. Zeppelin strike. Let's turn around and cruise past again. Welp. That's unfortunate. What? That was another mine or something. Okay, bombardment target is down. I don't think they're coming out, to be honest. I guess we could bombard the airship base, yeah. How are you straddling an airfield? It's a whole airfield. Just hit it. It's like a mile long. I guess it's an airship field. I don't really know what that looks like, actually. Practically speaking. I mean, in game it uses the same diagram as an air base for planes, but I'm guessing an actual airship base is just like a bunch of... isn't it like hangar-like structures? Or mooring towers or something? Or both? We're gonna go ahead and get out of here because we don't seem to be damaging the base much. Rather not just hang around until we strike a mine with a more important ship. It's a win. I mean, well, kind of. We lost another destroyer, but we still have enough of those that they're a little bit disposable. don't tell the destroyer captains I said that, but it's kind of the truth. Sorry, gents. Right, where did we go? Here. Alright, so one successful bombardment of Jamaica. We sank a patrol boat, 3 transports, and blew up their 10-inch coastal battery, along with whatever the generic ground target was. We did lose the destroyer HMS Boyne. That's unfortunate, although she was definitely due for replacement anyway, but apparently that's a prestige-gaining victory, though. Not right now. Insufficient force superiority. Well, we'll work on it. Six months repairs? I'm probably just lucky she didn't sink, but crikey. Okay, the super battleship, fast battleship, and whatever. The really big battlecruiser and battleship are ready. We just don't have the money for them yet. Once the carriers, well, basically 12 months, once this whole wave of everything is finished, we'll be able to lay those down, hopefully. But not just yet. I'm gonna lay down 2 more of these destroyers, actually, to replace war losses. You know what? I'll name one of them after Private LSD, since the last one sank horribly immediately after completion. More or less. So. Where's the US fleet? Back off the East Coast. Okay. Pretty much entirely back off the East Coast. I mean, we're heavily outgunned in everything but battleships, but they haven't really brought that to bear effectively. All we have in Hainan right now is a couple light cruisers, but we have a bunch more on the way, so hopefully that'll be enough to start the invasion next turn. Ooh. Oh. I figured they'd move their battle cruisers back down there and we'd be all good, but apparently not. Or, I mean, we'd be dead, but apparently not. They don't want to fight. And this could be a problem. Although not based on the estimated enemy. Okay. Where do we get off on estimated enemy forces in area 1 CVL, 2 AV, 3 DD, but expected enemy forces in battle several battleships and supporting forces? I have an objection to that. Well, we're getting 3 destroyers. So basically, they had better also have 3 destroyers. If they do, then we've at least got a good fighting chance, because... Whoa. It's dark, and they're right there. We are about to cross the T of whatever this thing is, though. Oh yeah, wow. If that's a destroyer, we just messed him up, because no destroyer is going to take a whole lot of 5-inch, and that was like 10 hits or something. Wow, that was a fantastic torpedo shot. Right up the propeller shaft. Pretty sure this one's sinking, so apparently there's more at sea somewhere. But that's a good start. Alright, we can probably stop with the torpedoes. I still don't even know what that was, but I'm pretty sure it's an enemy destroyer. Alright, let's rejoin the convoy then. Great start by HMS Beaver, Welland, and Kennet. No, there's two more destroyers escorting the convoy, too. Ruby and Spike Thompson. And Sheldrake, so 3. Oh, 4 with Goldfinch. Why are there more destroyers escorting the convoy than I have in my mobile force? You know what, whatever. So if our intelligence is accurate, the US can't possibly outgun us, but who knows? Our intelligence probably isn't accurate. But we might destroy division back. I mean, on the other hand, so far, we sank one destroyer immediately, and I don't know if she had a support force or sisters or something, but it's been 3 hours, and I don't see anything else. How fast is the convoy moving? Like 10 knots or something? Not even. Not even 8? 6, maybe, or 5, possibly even. Oh well, let's just stick with it. Five feels slow, or 6 feels slow even for merchant ships. Maybe it's not. I knew this figure at some point, or I've read it before. It's in old books about the Battle of the Atlantic, really. There's fast convoys and slow convoys. Maybe the slow convoys were only like 6 knots. Oh. Why did this battle even continue? Why was this battle even generated this way? These poor Americans had the single destroyer USS Balch, which immediately died to a bunch of 5-inch fire, and is it really none of those torpedoes actually hit? Apparently not, but she immediately died to a bunch of 5-inch fire. And we had 7 destroyers. Why did the battle even continue, though? They had no ships left at sea. Maybe we're technically in airstrike range or something? I don't know. Oh, Army. That's not that terrifying, a heavy cruiser. It's just very fast, but 8 8-inch guns, 4-inch belt, 2-inch deck, pretty standard. Better motor torpedo boats. That would be nice if I ever built any. And we're blockading the US again, because their fleet sprinted back to the Caribbean. Also, we now have a heavy cruiser, temporarily, and 6 light cruisers here, which hopefully is enough to have enough force superiority to invade Hainan. So, you know, I mean, we're pressing the US, but we really don't have long to end this war. That, or we need Japan and Spain to join, but really, even then. Really. Okay, due to an intelligence coup, we can ambush an enemy force, it says. The question is... Okay, if expected enemy force in battle is legitimately 1 battle cruiser, we can kill that. If it's gonna be 2 battle cruisers, we're, like, as good as dead. Only one way to find out, I guess. We got HMS Inconstant and Inflexible with light cruisers Pandora and Amphion. And we're still too far from the nearest base. I know we're invading Panama, but honestly, couldn't some of these Caribbean battles get generated near our bases instead of theirs? Well, we've spotted something dead ahead. Let's get up to speed. Let's get you guys into line ahead. That's just a light cruiser. That's fine. That's not even a light cruiser. That is a corvette. Ah, there's their main force. Oh, that's not a corvette. That is a light cruiser. Okay, that was a wild initial misidentification. Corvettes are like 500 tons, and that thing is 5,000 tons. Color me unimpressed. but a good start with hitting it, so I'll take it. Where battle cruiser? I only see a couple of light cruisers. I thought initially there was a battle cruiser in the middle, but it was just the Raleigh. Oh, what's that? That might be a battle cruiser. It looks bigger. Also, we're kind of charging a line of destroyers right now. Maybe let's not. Oh, but let's get the light cruisers up to speed, by the way. That is a battle cruiser. That is a Princeton-class battle cruiser of 37,000 tons with 7 15-inch guns. We're pretty similarly armored to her, really. Slightly more belt, slightly less deck. We have 16 guns to 7, but hers are 15-inch guns. I think probably 16 12-inch guns is more weight of shell than 7 15-inch guns, but not by as much as you might think, because of how square cube law or something like that. I always forget the maths, but it's way more than a linear increase anyway. However, her armor is almost certainly not enough. I mean, let's just check our penetration values. What does she have? A 10.5-inch belt? We penetrate that at basically 12, 13,000 yards. Or a 3-inch deck, and we gotta be at 22,000 yards to penetrate that. So we want to get close, really. The only problem is she'll shred us with her shells if we get in close, but that's just what we gotta depend on, I guess, is that we'll do more damage faster because of our weight of fast-firing guns. What is the range, anyway? 12,000. That's not bad, right? What did I just say? It was 13,000 or something to penetrate? Yeah, pretty much. Okay, we just don't want to get any further away. Which we're not currently, that's for sure. I mean, this is a huge opportunity. It's just also a big opportunity to lose a battle cruiser, potentially. Okay, she's closing in now. I'm not actually sure that's working for her. I'm pretty sure she's taking a lot more damage than us so far. Except for that torpedo hit, but gunfire-wise, it's looking a little one-sided, actually, from what I'm seeing up here. Inflexible has only taken 2 hits. Inconstant has taken 5, and has a turret out, but feels like she's hurting more. Yes, we have to detach her, but now we're kind of spraying her with 6-inch fire. Her escorts have kind of gotten confused, except for that one destroyer. It's a little crazy to have Pandora and Amphion this close to her, but she's not really hitting them significantly, so I guess it's fine. What the heck's that destroyer doing? What? Well, she's gonna sink. From where? I mean, really, though. She is straight up not in... I mean, okay, if we compare Ettrick, she shouldn't be in torpedo range of the enemy essentially at all. Unless they have much better torpedoes than me. But apparently she is, which means we need to sink this battlecruiser in order to make this not a loss. Would you guys please attempt... Ooh, why is your squad max only that? Well, nonetheless, would you please attempt to get in there and torpedo her? Okay, I can't help but think you're firing your torpedoes at that destroyer instead of the battlecruiser, which is just a crazed decision. surely we've caused more damage than this to her. Like, she doesn't even really seem to have slowed down, but I mean, we've pummeled her pretty heavily now, I would think. Damn, she's about to reach base too, so this is just gonna be a loss. Unless we can manage to actually torpedo her. Come on, guys, let's have an effort at least. For that matter, don't you have above water torpedo tubes? Yes. Why have you not launched? This is actually just going to be a horrific disaster because she's just going to run into base. Which the AI rarely even does, but... Well, I was inflexible, only making 12 knots there. Well, she's gotten clean away as far as I can... What the heck? Battleships? Okay, well, those are my battleships, so I guess I'm not worried about them. I'm gonna come over here and see if perchance we could at least sink a light cruiser or two. For the record, seems like the answer is probably no, because they are also just going to get into base. Some intelligence coup. In my defense, the second torpedo that hit Inconstant was, I'm almost certain, from outside the torpedo range of any of my torpedoes. But yeah, that's pretty much another disaster. What the hell? If they hadn't been so close to port, we actually would have had them. I mean, even after losing Inconstant, we would have had this battlecruiser. But no, she just, I mean, we hit her 22 times with 12-inch. She was pretty damaged, but she just runs into port and she'll be fine. And those two crazy long-range torpedo hits just sink Inconstant pretty much immediately. We didn't actually sink anything. Yeah, I'm not happy with how some of these battles are going. Oh good, our submarines. Thanks for watching, sailors. Hope you enjoyed. New parts will be up every other day, or you can watch live on Twitch. If you did enjoy, consider leaving a like and subscribing. Have a nice day, sailors. This is Sea Lord Jenda, signing off.